welcome to a brand new episode of Delivering Marketing Joy. I am your host, Kirby Hausman, and joining me today is my brand new friend. We've just had a chance to catch up a little bit before we started recording. Her name is Norin Bartjagol, right? Am I pretty close there? Okay, sorry. She's the COO of Erxis, and she reached out to me because she wanted to talk to me a little bit about her new project, and I'm really excited about that. So thank you so much for being with me, Norin.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Absolutely. So, and staying up late to do it on your time zone. So I very much appreciate that. So I want to start just kind of open it up to say, what sort of project, what thing are you working on right now that has you really fired up, and why?
I have been working on this product called Erxis for quite a while.
Okay.
With my team, we are all working really hard to make this product to be succeed.
Yeah.
So it is called Erxis. It's an open and fair coded and growth marketing platform.
Okay.
Which basically helps marketing, sales, and customer support team can work together effectively to bring out a greater output. So the biggest difference from, basically the marketing technology is the pretty large industry where probably the most of the softwares are developed.
Okay.
And we believe that there's more than 5,000 tools available in this market. But on the other hand, average company uses at least 5 to 10 different tools in order to maintain their operation.
Wow.
Because every company has unique needs from the tools they use.
Right.
And also, the single a software, like marketing software, can fill only the part of the whole life cycle, the business cycle. So because of that, company end up getting next, and eventually there's at least 5 tools they're managing. And the most of the time those tools don't often talk to each other, and that creates a lot of manual work. And they always ended up struggling to keep the process efficiency and better performance and those like that. But the main difference of us, the Erxis, is we are open source. So basically we are WordPress of marketing technology.
Oh, okay.
So because we are open source, we have this flexible infrastructure that can be customized entirely for your company needs, completely. Yeah, that is the biggest difference. And also, because it's open source, we have this community that contributes our product to be growth faster compared to a closed private softwares. So that is the other difference that we have. And and we also say that we replace at least 5 to 6 different tools because we are flexible. And a lot of other tools, because the source code is open, plug into different tools and integrating to different tool is pretty easier compared to other tools. And so that's why we allow entire company can use a single tool. I think that is the most special thing about us. And also because it's open source, the source code is free. When you have this two tool, both can do quite similar things, but one of them is completely free. The other one costs some money. So that is like,
That's different.
there's no question, you know. So yeah. So and I mean, we started this back in 2016,
Okay.
when we had like our own struggle using different tools. So yeah, like later on that we find that so many other companies have similar struggle to using different softwares, you know, like trying to make it fit to their organization, you know, like they even hire new team members in order to use that tools, you know, like even like bring more costs in order to use like those tools, you know. So yeah, so I think we know that this product is really valuable. I mean, we've got now over 25,000 enterprises are using our platform. Over 100 different countries in the world. So that tells like how valuable it is. And you know, like, so we are trying to make this to be succeed.
Yeah, it's really cool. I think it's an interesting concept that it is open source, because you know, I've certainly run into that. We have multiple different marketing platforms where you're trying to do different things. So I hear what you're saying for sure. So as an organization, like for me, I'm always wanting to talk to people about what inspires them, what motivates them, what keeps them going. So I wanted to ask you, who are some people that inspire you to be better, and how do they do that?
So there's the Irks is founded by three guys,
Okay.
including myself.
Okay.
There's one other co-founder called MJ, who inspired me a lot over the past few years. Basically, I've joined the previous company called NMG. That was a marketing agency back in 2013. That's where like all of us met. So when I first joined the company, I was the one who had like pretty diverse work experience. I was the one who's like more experienced. And when I joined the company, I see how like our other two co-founders been doing. I always see them like in a critical way, like criticize them and thinking that they could have done better. But then over the time, I realized that, especially the times that I was in a quite similar situation that I have been criticizing some years ago. And I found that things are not easy as it looks, you know, like it's like pretty tough, especially like running the startup is the hell a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, and MJ, the other co-founder, has like where I see he's dealing with the problem, solving the problem, and especially those times, that hardest times that I come to come to feeling like whether like we are worth trying, you know, like, you know, those are the times like he was the one who was the most persistent and always see the most positive points of any like worst situations, you know. So yeah, and then like when the things starting to get better, I always think like, what if we just gave up those times, you know, like, I mean, like you should be persistent, and that is, I think, one of the like a biggest like skill, should I say skill, like a biggest the factor of like a successful startups or successful any businesses,
Yeah.
to be persistent on something. So yeah, I think MJ is the one who inspired me the most.
I love that. I love that answer. I love that you can find that inspiration so close to you. And you're right. I think, and you mentioned positivity. I think persistence is very important, and positivity through those challenges helps you be more persistent, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's great. So this is one I've been wanting to ask you because obviously you're sort of a marketing platform. So I'm curious to know from a marketing perspective, what are some mistakes that you see other organizations make when they're trying to market themselves, and how can they fix them?
Um, like Oxys is a growth marketing platform.
Yeah, yeah,
So basically, growth marketing is this approach, or should I say process of optimizing, and process of like keep experimenting their like new ideas, just to experiment, to optimize or increase that like a target area that you are focusing on, or
yeah.
I don't know, any other target area that you are realize that you should hit on, or things like that. So this is a long-term strategy that's basically just experiment, like just to try a little like a target group, and then you just keep trying with a little amount of like approach, and then just keep trying. So basically when I had that, I heard that a lot of time when the people or businesses say that like our product is like brilliant because the product is brilliant. We don't even need the marketing, like
Right.
that is like a completely bullshit. Like
Yeah. Right. Yep. 100%. Still got to
yeah.
tell your story. Yeah. And I
Uh-huh.
I love the idea of continuing to innovate and try different things I think that's a great piece of advice. So final question for you, Nora, and you're doing great. So as
Thank
you're
you.
looking to grow, what are some tips that you give others for growing, both personally and professionally? What do you advise people to do?
um I think this was also my mistake.
Okay.
So yeah, like trying to perfect the ideas, trying to be like a prepared, like fully on whatever, I don't
Yeah.
know, like situations, because like when you step into reality, like when whatever idea you have when it comes to real life,
Mm-hmm.
that can be like completely different than what you ever imagined.
Yep.
So just start it, like just
Yes.
start it. Like idea doesn't have to be perfect, or your plan doesn't have to be perfect, just
Mm-hmm.
start it, and then you'll know along the way like
Oh,
where to go. And all the different situations and scenario will shape your ideas,
yeah.
like in the real life. So yeah,
I love
because
that.
as I said to you, I was the most experienced one. I tried to plan and like and make it like really slow, but yeah, but when it's out there, different story.
Yeah. Oh man, I think that's great advice. Because again, once you get it out there, then you get real feedback from potential customers and prospects, and then you go, "Well, this thing I thought was amazing, maybe nobody cares about, but this thing over here that we weren't worried about, everybody loves." And you can, until you put it out, you never know. And so I think that's great
Yeah.
advice. So, real quickly before I let you go, where can they find more information about Erxis?
You should go to our website called Erxis.io,
Okay.
and there you should find out like about what we do.
Mhm.
And yeah, and you can also join our community as well.
Nice. Well, cool. Thank you so much, Norn. And thanks for staying up late. It's almost midnight where you are right now. So I really appreciate you taking the time and putting in the work here. And I wish you the best of luck. And again, thanks for reaching out. Okay.
Thank you very much again for
You
having me. And I'm super excited.
You bet. You
to be
bet.
here
Well,
today.
that's going to wrap up this edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll see you next time.